Hey, my name is Chad. On this channel, we like to build stuff, and if you're seeing this on New Year's Eve or soon after, Happy New Year. In today's video, we're going to be unboxing and testing a new tool that is required to move this build forward. And if I'm sounding a little bit congested today, well, it's because I am. We packed up the car and drove 2 days to Wyoming, spent Christmas, had a great time with the family back there in the West, and drove back, and well, it took its toll on me. And waiting for me when I got back was this heavy box from Japan. Before, I called this a new tool, but it is used. So it's a new to me tool. It's very expensive, so by getting it used, I got it significantly cheaper. However, still quite expensive. And I'll share that price with you a little bit later. I thought I can get away with not having to buy this, but I reconsidered. And I can always sell it for what I paid for it, but I probably won't. This is the Makita 312 hand planer. 312 because it planes 312 millimeters at a time. That translates into 12 1/4 inches of planing greatness. This blade is 12 1/4 inches wide. The Makita 312 is a beast of a specialty power tool with the purpose of planing down large beams like I have to their finished dimensions. Makita is a reputable power tool brand. In fact, I have the little brother which only planes 3 inches wide. Not nearly enough. It is used, so we'll get to test it on this floor joist. So let's talk a little bit about why we want to plane our beams. So when it comes off the sawmill, it is rough cut, and you can see, if you look here, like saw marks that go across. And also, the band saw, since the saw is a band, it takes the path of least resistance. So when it hits a knot like this, the saw blade will tend to dip and hump over the easy spots, and it's going to follow the path of least resistance. So we're going to need to plane it and get those humps and dips out. And the other thing is, these timbers are dimensioned at the sawmill at a 1/2 inch wider and taller than the plans call for. So this is a 6 by 8 dimensioned floor joist. The finished plan is actually supposed to be a 5.5 by 7.5. So we've got to remove a half inch off of each of these dimensions, and ideally we'll take that off of all 4 sides. So this is the foreign version of the Makita 312, meaning everything is in metric. Foreign meaning not American. It is the 15 amp 100 volt power consumption that I need, but right here is a metric gauge in millimeters, 0, half, 1, all the way up to 3.5 millimeters. I doubt we'll ever be taking off that much material in one pass, but we've got 1/2 inch off of both dimensions that we have to remove. That means 1/4 inch off of all 4 sides, and in general we can think of 3 millimeters being 1/8 of an inch. So with that said, we've got to take 12 passes on each of the 2 dimensions. That means 3 passes on all 4 sides to get down to the 5.5 by 7.5 dimension that we need on this floor joist. Alright, so we're all plugged in here. Let's test fire it. Oh yeah, it works. So let's cut something. Wow. Wow, look at this. Alright, so this is just one pass. Look how good that is. Got some bandsaw marks here, so we'll get that in the next pass for sure. Went over this not real clean. So cool. Here's a good example of what I was talking about with humps and dips. You see a nice planed area, then we got the saw blade marks here, nice planed, saw blade marks, planed, saw blade marks. Here's a hump here, here's a low spot, high spot that got shaved off, low spot. Right here is a long low spot with all sawmill marks. And here's a hump here that got shaved off, followed by more sawmill marks. So that's why we're planing. Well, there you have it. That's one planed and dimensioned floor joist ready for further action, because we got to do the end joinery after this, cut it to length, exact length, and then yeah, that'll be in a future video. But all four sides are perfectly flat and smooth, planed. It's really an amazing tool, if you ask me. But as you can see for yourself how awesome this thing is. Let's check the dimensions here. Okay, we want 5.5. It's a little wide right there, isn't it? And over here, 7.5 exactly. Let's check the end. See, that's 5.5 right there. That's okay. That's 5.5. 7.5 right there. We are good. So just look at all this sawdust we created just by removing a 1/2 inch from each of those dimensions. Wish we could make money with sawdust. By the way, this thing weighs in at about 45 pounds, so it's a little bit of a workout. So big things happening this week. The 2 beams that I had to order, which are bigger than the trees I have and bigger than my sawmill can handle, those are ready and they're in town. They're ready for delivery, so they're just waiting on me to give them a delivery time that I can be here to unload them. So I'm gonna go ahead and move this rafter over to those sawhorses right there, because those beams are gonna go straight to the sawhorses, these timber framing sawhorses that I built. This would be a great time to test out one of these new gantries. So as we get these beams perfectly planed, we don't want to use bare chains or forks on them anymore. We're going to be using these nylon straps to be doing all the lifting. So we don't want to mess them up. While we're moving this beam, I'll take this opportunity to tell you, as promised, how much this monster cost new versus what I paid for it. On Amazon right now, you can order this for just over $2,300. You'll never see this in a hardware store, much less find it for sale locally anywhere. I ordered this off of eBay from Japan, and that's the second time I've done that for a timber frame power tool. And I got this for just over $1,200 after taxes. Still quite expensive, but I paid just about half price for a tool that's proved just now just as good as new. I'm satisfied. That chain is nasty though. It not only stains up the hands, but also the timber. Fingerprints, chain prints. All right guys, again, Happy New Year. Hope 2025 is great. I think it's gonna be super for me. So thanks for clicking play on the video. If you're not yet a subscriber, we are gonna be doing some big things quickly. If you don't know yet, this is my future wood shop. This is a 1482 square foot. Ground floor. It's gonna have an upstairs, all timber framed, and yeah, this is just an idea of what's to come. So thanks, and see you next time. Hey, thanks for watching, and if you are new to the channel and you want to get caught up to everything that's been going on out here at Shady Acres in just one video, then I suggest you start right here. And if you want to dive in from the beginning and see everything that we've ever done out here, then start right here, click it, and just let it play.